Quantum Capitalist by Renee Garcia. From poverty psychology to wealth using practical quantum mechanics. Lesson 2. Playing versus being played. Did you just glimpse the Matrix's stranglehold on your reality? That red pill you swallowed in the first power move, it was your wake-up call. Now, brace yourself as we venture further, delving into the intricate dance between perception and control. The curtain rises on Lesson 2, where the spotlight's on you as a player, not a bystander. Are you ready to transition from mere passive participant to becoming the lead character in the captivating drama of life, scripting your own narrative? Is it time to embrace the challenge, to unveil hidden strings, decode the Matrix's manipulations, and seize your role in this cosmic stagecraft? Do you want to learn to rewrite the rules or continue to allow them to be dictated? Welcome to the next lesson, where you either begin to direct the play or risk remaining its unwitting extra. Now is the time to face the truth. Until this moment, your life may have been nothing but a game imposed upon you. When you're deeply immersed in this game, it's hard to see the game objectively or have any influence over the game. But this doesn't have to be true any longer. It's time now for you to step back and take a good look around with a clear mind. Ask yourself, what's going on? And why am I doing what I'm doing? Am I truly in control? Or is the Matrix taking advantage of me? When you're snoozing away and not tapping into your awareness, you're at the mercy of circumstances. Your mind is in slumber mode, accepting everything as is without questioning a thing. Have you felt like reality exists independently of you and you're helpless, with no ability to make an impact? Have you resigned yourself to the hand you've been dealt? Probably a combination of feeling inadequate and helpless and accepting your environment for what it is. Have you felt as though you are floating downstream, only making futile attempts to assert yourself every now and then with unpredictable or lackluster results? Well, guess what? Something is stirring. Change. And you're the only one who can make this change happen. In the past, you've probably bought into reality as it is presented to you by the Matrix. Now, it's time to see it for what it really is, an illusion, a game. Only in a conscious state can you truly take control of your situation. I'm going to give it to you straight. When you are not experiencing the life you want and continue to struggle to obtain the things you desire, you are absolutely being taken advantage of by the Matrix. Will you decide to disconnect and regain control? You might already feel deep inside yourself that you are more powerful than the Matrix has led you to believe. And here's where it gets real. You've got a massive advantage now. The awareness of the game the Matrix is playing. And the more you tap into your awareness, nurture it, and seize the power this awareness holds, the easier you can harness your ability to shatter the Matrix's game to pieces. Here is a fun fact. Everyone around you has a role to play in your game of life, and they're all interacting with you in some way. Expecting, imposing, asking, helping, hindering, loving, hating. It's a whole dramatic production. Embrace your role as someone who simply observes what's going on. Watch this game consciously from the vantage point of an observer just watching someone else playing a video game. Soon you'll realize you've begun cracking the riddles of the Matrix for yourself, including your role in the game. Get ready to level up. Meet George. George is a modern-day hero in the epic battles of consumerism, He's the kind of guy who can't resist the siren call of the latest and greatest, ultimately luring him to shipwreck on the rocks of debt and buyer's remorse. George marked his calendar, a red circle highlighting the anticipated iPhone day, a festival of credit cards, long queues, and tantalizing tech dreams coming true. Not even morning gridlock could dampen his spirits. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, no one actually said, but it could be felt in the air as George lined up outside the tech temple, the Apple Store. The store was a beacon of modernity, with its sleek lines and futuristic design practically oozing sophistication. You see, it wasn't just a store. Oh no, it was the future, a haven where all your productivity dreams stood ready to be fulfilled. Oh, never mind the cost. There, George stood, wallet shaking slightly in his hand, as if the small piece of plastic within was saying, "Are you sure about this, George? I'm almost maxed out." But who was he to listen to a piece of plastic? As George finally entered the store, he felt as though he had arrived. He was in, a member of the hip tech crowd. He couldn't wait for his friends to see it, the biggest model, the best camera, maxed out memory, leather case, and a screen protector George threw down. A rushed drive home, George ripped off the packaging as if his life depended on it. The touch of the cool, pristine surface, the smell of fresh off-gassing. He cradled his new treasure. A new beginning. A fresh chance to be cool, ahead, modern, up to date. As George transferred his life from old to new, a nagging realization crept in. A realization so blatant, yet it completely caught him off guard. His old phone was a champion, a reliable steed that had carried him through nearly infinite tasks. All his apps were neatly organized. It was set up exactly the way he needed it to be and functioned exactly as it should. A testament to the fact that old was not synonymous with obsolete. The revelation hung in the air, a tragic comedy unveiling before his eyes as he held the two phones, like a man caught between two lovers, realizing too late that his chase for the new was just a farce, a scripted drama by the maestros of marketing, leading him to believe that, in this case, tech was always greener on the other side. For the first time, George felt utterly played, and so, with a laugh that carried a tinge of self-mockery and wisdom, George embraced the ludicrousness of the situation. He sat there, a new resolve burgeoning within him, an understanding that sometimes the new is just a glittery version of the old, a repackaged dream sold with a higher price tag. A lesson not just for George, but for you, dear reader, to navigate this world that constantly shouts, "Buy me, upgrade me, you need me." Oh, George would tread this path with a wiser heart and a keen eye, a beacon of light ready to challenge the ostentatious parade of the next big thing. Because deep down, nestled between humor and irony, George found a nugget of truth. The real upgrade might just be realizing you had what you needed all along. The money shot. Taking control of your cash game. Face it. We're like cattle being herded in a single direction. The Matrix offers only a couple of models to choose from: the overworked capitalist or the starving artist. Yet, we are all programmed to pursue the same material gains, regardless of our ilk. The essence of quantum capitalism involves extracting yourself from the matrix in ways that don't serve you, while still capitalizing on it from a place of authenticity and integrity for your benefit. This begins with acknowledging and reconciling the ways in which you are being used and manipulated, and reclaiming control. If you feel overworked and underpaid, you are being played. If you feel lethargic and uninterested in taking action, you are being played. If your lifestyle exceeds your budget, you are being played. When you feel confused by the game of life and your place within it, you fall into roles that do not serve you, such as victim, helpless bystander, and the unlucky one. But now that you know it's a game, you can choose a new role in it. Prepare to confront the Matrix's crafty arsenal of poverty tricks. The Matrix plays a clever game, trapping you in the never-ending pursuit of the standards it sets for you. Through incessant consumerism and reckless spending, you trade your freedom for fleeting pleasures, unaware of the chains tightening around you. The Matrix's most powerful weapon is the installation of learned helplessness. It sows seeds of doubt in your abilities, making you believe that your financial circumstances are beyond your control. But the truth is, you possess the keys to unlock the vaults of prosperity within you. The recap. Ever felt like a puppet with the Matrix as your puppeteer? Well, it's time to snip those strings. Dive deep, realize life's a game, and guess what? You've been dealt a winning hand and just haven't realized it yet. Embrace the neon lights of reality. Shift from the background to center stage and redefine your starring role in this cosmic cabaret. Ready to steal the show? Poke the brain. How has the Matrix scripted your role? Are you playing the lead or just an extra in your own story? Your next power move. Juggernaut Journal Exercise. Breaking the Matrix Code. Arm yourself with your Juggernaut Journal and a pen. Now, think about a situation from the past week where you felt you were being played by the Matrix. Maybe it was a purchase you didn't really need, but felt compelled to buy. Or perhaps it was a decision made out of fear rather than what you truly desired. 1. Describe the situation. Detail the situation as if you're writing a scene for a movie. What happened? Who was involved? Where did it take place? And what emotions were you feeling? 2. Matrix influence. Pinpoint how the Matrix may have influenced this scene. Was there societal pressure? Maybe it was an ad on TV or social media. Or perhaps a comment from a friend or family member that made you second-guess yourself. 3. Your true desire. Reflect on what you would have genuinely wanted in that scenario, minus the Matrix influence. How would your character, you, have acted if fully aligned with your true self? 4. Re-scripting the scene. Rewrite the scene, this time with you taking charge, free from the Matrix's influence. How does the scene change? What decisions are made differently? Review what you've written. Realize that each time you identify the Matrix's influence and re-script the scene to fit your authentic desires, you're taking back control of your narrative. This exercise will help you become more conscious of your decisions, differentiating between what the Matrix dictates and what you truly want. As you practice this more frequently, you will become better equipped to identify and reject the Matrix's subtle manipulations in real time.